Because I said not everyone have same same opportunity and same stage like like us. So this depends on us how to know our student, and then we do the evaluation to see our student. It can be summative, it can be formative, and now we more into alternative assessment, which means we monitor them along their teaching and learning punya weeks punya progress. Yeah, because when we do it online, it is difficult for us to see their real contribution to our class. So from there, when we use the alternative assessment, we can give them opportunity to improve. Okay, we can share with their student, with their friends, and this in more orang kata macam environment yang lebih terbuka lah, ya, to aspect environment. Okay, actually there are a lot of the apps we can use for our teaching and learning punya process. Macam sebelum ni, I introduce to you two types of application, which is Mentimeter and Quizzes. Actually there are a lot, and it's time for us lah to learn, okay, how to manipulate, how to use it, okay, like our PTJ at UPSI, Akademi Pendidikan Sekolah Makmal, okay, they have come up with a poster to introduce to us, okay, lecturer, what we can use, okay, like such as Google Sites, okay. Just now I use Mentimeter, okay. Maybe you can use Padlet. Padlet is a collaborative digital resources board, just like a dashboard, okay. Student can share their works there, and we can evaluate them, and we can comment, we can put voting there, okay. So it can, like I said, our students now like to show off, so don't worry, they can when we ask them to show, okay, we show the best they can make. Yeah, okay, here you also they put the difficulty meter, difficulty meter, easy, moderate, and difficult. So everyone have the compatibility to try the hardest one. Can choose the apps that have difficult punya, bukan difficult lah, means dia kata lebih advance, okay, lebih advance dia punya features, ya, dia punya orang kata apa dia punya items yang kita boleh guna. Just like quizzes, okay, like there is a basic features yang macam kita just boleh buat quiz apa semua tu. When we pay for upgrade, so dia ada banyak feature-features lain yang boleh kita subscribe lah. Okay, that's a business, right? Okay, and one of I have I just joined the class for the gamification named Classcraft. Okay, here 100% we set up the class in the game form. Okay, so the student, we allocate them with certain character, and we put the our setup class with the game environment. This is high punya orang kata apps lah, yang mana memang kena belilah, ya. Dan dia macam-macam ada lah, dia lebih kepada memang game based punya environment. So if we want to use apps and inject with gamification elements, we just can use any others of the apps, not all, but some of it. Yeah, just
Dr. Laili, memang tak ada video ke?
Ya,
Memang tak ada video muka doktor ke?
sekarang ni nampak tak? Nampak apa ya?
Tak, yang video doktor tak nampak tapi yang di sharing tu nampak. Memang tutup kamera ke?
Oh, sekejap. Ke saya tertekan ya? Hai. Sekejap. Kat mana ya saya nak tunjuk muka saya ni? Oh, sini kot. Okey, sekejap. Saya stop dulu. Itulah tak nampak muka saya pula okey. Bila lah.
Yang ni okey. Okey dah.
Itulah, dia mesti nak tengok muka cikgu juga kan?
Ya. Okey.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so choose your apps wisely because we don't want to waste our energy and time to prepare the materials that not in our expertise. So tapi from my experience, when we use once and we can manipulate or we can make it a variety with activities, is good enough. Yeah. Because Mentimeter contohnya macam Mentimeter tadi, not hanya tunjukkan yang the cloud punya tu saja, cloud response saja, dia ada macam-macam jenis lagi. Okay, so this is a template, okay, how we can implement the gamification elements plus application, right? Okay, so I give you some idea or some example here. Okay, my name is the lecture, my name, okay, my lecturer names, okay, and then the subject or topic we want to teach. For example, I teach game entrepreneurship. This is for my course, and for my topic, I want to teach about game marketing. Yeah, so actually it's about the marketing, tapi because the course name is game entrepreneurship, so the topic is game marketing. So I inline it with my CLO, okay, or the learning outcome. Okay, students are able to master marketing skill based on the 4P's marketing model. Okay, 4P's apa yang memang belajar dalam entrepreneurship economy, okay, business. 4P's is people, price, apa lagi dah, saya pernah lupa ni. Okay, people, price, product and one, itulah tengok balik. Itulah cikgu pun dah lupa ni. Okay, so gamification elements. Okay, tak semestinya is not the compulsory we use all the elements. We can choose either 2, 3 or maybe 1 in our teaching and learning session. Okay, just I want to show you how I inject, how I implement all the gamification elements in my maybe this is for 3 or 4 weeks punya apa yang kata planning, ya. And then tools, I use Google Meet, I will use WhatsApp or Telegram. Quizzes or Kahoot, I use /it is because the two application have a similar function, yeah. Padlet, digital scoreboard, and YouTube channel. Okay, this is the tool or apps that I will use in my teaching and learning session. Okay, so how to gamify your virtual classroom? Okay, I divide it into 3 phases. Okay, for the 3 phases. For the induction phase, the lecturer will introduce a game show called The Apprentice. Okay, I set up the environment. I set up the mode. Okay, mode of the class 2. And each group will introduce the company name and their expertise. Okay, here when they tell us or they show what is their expertise, is called XP system. Means we know what are their experience. Okay, experience in the topic we want to teach, right? And the lecturer will give a briefing on the task in this game show. So I will elaborate or I will give a brief about what we have to do, what we want to do, what we are going to do. Okay, this is called level. Okay, and here I use Google Meet, WhatsApp or Telegram. So for this, just for introduction or induction. And then at the second phase is process. Okay. At each level, the challenges are stated as challenge. Okay. Each level kita pecahkan to the certain challenges. Okay. For level 1, for the challenge is reinforcement of knowledge marketing strategy. Okay. So macam yang kita buat tadi lah. So we will test their knowledge, prior knowledge using any quiz punya apps or any kind of cognitive punya platform yang dia orang boleh tunjukkan. And then level 2, marketing strategy planning through marketing canvas. So I give them a canvas or a template of marketing punya model for piece, and then they have to write it or complete it and show it using Padlet. Okay, so using Padlet. And then level 3, its challenge is to pitch marketing idea to convey your customer. So they have to make a short video, okay, about how they implement their model, 4-piece model into the video form to maybe promotion video to convey or influence their customer. Okay. From these levels and challenges, the evaluation of each group is based on their lecturer assessment tools, which is I give them badges or I give them stars or I give them some score, and peer voting. Okay. So their student, their colleague also can give feedback and then give them power to orang kata macam saling to share the knowledge and share the opinion for each other. Okay, this is for the second phases, which is the process. And at the end of the session, all badges and rewards collected cumulatively will determine the ranking of the group, which we show it using scoreboard. Okay, the scoreboard. The group that collect the most badges and rewards is crowned as the winner. Lecturer reflect on the 2 days learning. Okay, so dekat sini we can see the scoreboard and we can see the orang kata hasil from the what we have done. Yeah, and we can show it using the conference punya apps such as Google Meet and so on, and or just we announce it using WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay, so here is some of the evidence, okay, or some of the what I have to collect. A proof that I want to show you, such as for the challenge 1, level 1, challenge 1. So here we can see the progress or our student punya progression and achievement about maybe the theoretical part. Okay, and then for the second challenge, right? Second challenge. Okay, second challenge kita suruh gunakan Padlet. So here student can attach their answer, okay, their each company punya canvas, and all of us can see and share the knowledge together. Yeah, and then for the third challenge, for third level, we need them to make a video and promote, okay, promote to others. And for here, I have made a live session, okay, names Youth Star Entrepreneur. So each team can give their idea and show like a professional. Okay, then give them the space and opportunity to show their talent. Yeah, and at the end of the session, okay, here is the marks, okay, marks or the scoreboard. You can see each team have collect the total, how much and so on. Okay, this is how I conduct my class, synchronized and unsynchronized method. Okay, Okay, and the last thing is about the reflection and reinforcement. Okay, just I said, give them opportunity to give feedback verbally. Okay, maybe you ask them how they feel, what knowledge they have gained, and so on. And maybe you can make some survey. Okay, some survey, maybe, and maybe the feedback from them in the text form, and we can see the overall progress using the learning evaluation form. Okay, just this is my last semester, which normal curve lah. even though this is orang kata first time guna yang online punya ni, so I see this is good for me. Yeah. Okay, that's all for the how we implement it. Okay, so any question?
Yes, Dr. Laili.
Okay.
Ada one question from Dr. Emilia. She's asking, it is necessary to include all the gamification learning elements, for instance, challenges, badges, reward, and etc. into the gamified lesson.
No compulsory. We can choose one or two or just on one only. Tak semestinya kena semua sebab we aware that we not have much time. Okay, nak mendapatkan dia our student punya participation pun takes time juga. So we choose that what suit with our teaching and learning objective. That's the most important, I think.
So far itu je soalan.
Okay. Okay. Can we move to the final level? Okay, master level. Okay, sekarang kita dah move to the next level to discuss the potential of gamified learning in facilitating learning. Okay. If we can see the definition of gamification, the objective of the gamification, first, to motivate participants, loyalty, and engagement. That's why gamification is 75% psychology. Means we want to grab our student attention, our student punya motivates dulu untuk join whatever we plan for them. And only 25% of technology yang kita perlu gunakan into the teaching and our teaching and learning, especially in our nowadays punya environment. Okay, so don't afraid that alah tak naklah guna gamification ni sebab mesti kena guna game yang digital apa semua tu. No, bukan macam tu. So we just use the element of game only and suit it with our teaching and learning punya planning. Okay, just want to show you an example from our lecturer, names Dr. Hafiz. Dekat Unimas ada nama Mr. Chua
Mr. Chokiman ada, tapi dia dah cuti belajar.
Oh ya ke? Okay. Dr. Hafiz is one of his best friend lah.
I see. Okay.
Kalau dengar ni mesti dia tahulah, dia kenal kan, sebab saya always see they discuss about the digital punya learning and teaching and learning in Facebook. Okay. He have create he teach kalau di UPSI namanya how to become a teacher, means pedagogi. Okay, pedagogi punya style lah, punya subject. Okay, so he create a class environment, virtual class environment based on his passion, his favorite film, Harry Potter. Okay, that's why his class name School of Teaching Craft and Technology. Namanya Hogwarts jugalah. Okay, so here he have planned his lesson or his course for 14 weeks, and each phase of each week they have if you can see here about the sample task and assignment. If they about the theoretical part or fundamental part, he used Hogwarts exploration. The terms itself, he used all the terms from the Harry Potter punya cerita. Okay, like number 1, watching video cuts from the Harry Potter movies, exploring and underlying pedagogy approach employed at Hogwarts. Actually, Hogwarts is the school name biasa je sebenarnya, tapi dia nak masukkan the vibe of the story or the film because he know his student kebanyakannya memang kenal Harry Potter tu siapa. Okay, so that's why dia pandai nak tackle dia punya student lah. And then for the assessment, he use Quidditch match. Okay, we use name Quidditch matches. He do quizzes, he do quiz, and then for the technology or apps, it's named as Sport Key Creation. Okay, so untuk lebih faham dengan how he have done, dia banyaklah dia punya orang kata elements of gamification and technology here. And here is the gamification element that he inject in this course. He have badger, he have group, okay, team, refer to the Harry Potter punya apa tu? House kan, house name, Slytherin, apa lagi, Gryffindor and so on. And each home, each team along the progress, he give points, house points here, yeah. And okay, the platform that he used is if I'm not mistaken, this one, mana tu? Discord. Okay, Discord. Dia gunakan apps yang namanya Discord. How he set up the environment, the object, the items and the character using this Discord. Yeah. Okay. And here he gave his student to share and to show the ideas and give them some role. Okay, head of Gryffindor, head of Hufflepuff, okay, member. Okay, each person or each student in this course, they not feel like they just a student. Okay, they feel that they are a team of the Harry Potter punya orang kata cerita tu. Okay, that's the beauty of this cara lah. Okay, and then all the teams, all the background, semuanya dia memang setkan yang memang mereka ni berada dekat dalam Harry Potter punya world. So guna nama-nama, yang guna background ataupun slide presentation or post sharing punya tu pun semuanya guna yang memang bertemakan Harry Potter tu. Okay, from here he can see that the statistical evidence of student involvement is up and downs. Maknanya memang kalau kita tengok ada waktu ni memang peak. Okay, dan dia tak gunakan one shot. Means maknanya taklah secara synchronized. Ada juga yang menggunakan asynchronized. So they can give feedback or they can interact many times at any times, and it give opportunity for them lah, yeah. So he get positive feedback from his student, and this is one of the orang kata benchmark lah untuk kami di UPSI to follow. Okay, his approach how to gain active participation from their students. Okay, for the conclusion for my session, so we can see here that gamification is one of the practice that we can include in our teaching and learning, because especially in e-learning, we have an issue to get knowledge and no, we have issue to get the participation and motivates our student to join the class because of many many factors such as their internet or their facilities and so on. So make the gamification is one of the things that we want to student to feel enjoy with our class, and it is good if we can we can align our objective of our teaching and learning punya course tu, okay, inline dengan dia punya real situation of their activities. Yeah. So before I end my presentation today, if ada antara semua yang berminat to know more about the gamification and education, I will suggest to you two type of product from UPSI. First is gamification education in education kit. Here, okay, as you can see in the picture, we have the module. Okay, here ada module and some materials. Okay, tapi itulah semuanya bukannya online lagi lah. Semuanya yang jenis physical punya materials sebab dia dihasilkan pada 2 tahun lepas. Okay, and ada juga game. Okay, boleh beli dekat App Store tapi dia ada dia punya license dia lah. Okay, that's one for kids. Okay, gamification kits, or you can get a book about the gamification in education, dan berkaitan juga dalam ni juga ada tentang game based learning. Okay, semua yang dihasilkan oleh Dr. Associate Professor Dr. Tan Wee Ho. Okay, if you berminat, sesiapa yang berminat boleh contact saya untuk dapatkan benda-benda ni semua. Okay, dan insyaAllah kalau ada lagi stock, this is my my publication, FRGS punya kata hasil lah about tutorial using Scratch. Scratch is one of the game developments that I think yang mana sekolah pun memang guna Scratch juga. Okay, so that's all from me for this time. I give back to Dr. Mazlina.
Okay, so thank you, Doctor, for the insightful and informative sharing.
Okay.
So I will wait for the question. If there is any question from the attendees. So, cuma ada satu, Doktor. This one is regarding the quizzes tadi lah.
Berminat ya?
Yes, ada seorang participant tu dia tanya, can we download the results in Excel form?
Boleh. They have a print punya features that we can print the result not in Excel tapi dia ada memang template dia yang memang cantik lah.
Okay, so I think that's all the question from the participant.
Okay.
So rasanya itu saja kot. Boleh sekejap
Just before habis, boleh tak nak dapatkan feedback, okay, from the participants? Can you write in the chat box what the new knowledge you gain for today?
Okay.
That's one of the gamification punya elements juga. That means the feedback, okay? Cuma rewards tu nanti minta dengan kam lah untuk dapatkan CPD ya. Or sijil. Okay.
They said that difference of game-based and gamification.
Okay, that's
one
good.
of the response. Jadi kita tunggu yang lain lagi.
Okay, ada. Sini more option. Oh, okay. Then how to create game quizzes.
Elements of gamification. From Dr. Hashimato, element of gamification. Right. Anyone else?
Okay, so just I want to wrap up that there's no need to stress ourselves to learn a hard apps to make a game. Okay, because game is something that we have to learn from the basic technical apa semua tu. Tapi there are some apps or software that have a template, or we call it authoring tools, such as macam quizzes tadi kan. Okay, ada juga Edu Candy, means dia dah siapkan template kita punya the games punya gameplay dia. We just have to insert our content sahaja. Kita kalau pakai game based learning lah, or kita tak nak guna dia punya dia punya games itself, we can design our class in the game base. Jadikan dia sebagai element of game, macam ada reward, ada challenge, ada badges, kita design our own.
So
Okay,
that so that the student can be more interested to join our class. Lah kan Dr. Laili?
And we can give them to create their game also. Ataupun kita boleh tanya macam okay, kita bagi dia peluang ataupun atau expand their creativity about macam kalau kita nak ada badges, so mereka bina badges dia orang sendiri ke, bagi dia orang kata to expand their creativity lah. Kan generasi Z ni love to show and tell. Show off.
Ada bagi feedback ni, I learned online learning still can be fun with gamification and game-based learning. Okay, and from Dr. Azra, feedback from me. Okay, I get an idea of doing my courses with Pacific team. For instance, Harry Potter, Marvel, sounds fun. And then the one said, I learned that there are many online tools to implement games elements in my TNL. Thank you, Kam.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you, Dr. Kwan. Okay.
I think there's a lot from the sharing from Dr. Laili for today.
Alhamdulillah, I also feel glad to share with you with the active participation macam tadi, ada join semua kan. So I'm happy and maybe we can collaborate more for the next session. Thank you Kam, thank you Dr. Azra, Dr. Mazina. Nanti bolehlah bercuti di Sarawak.
InsyaAllah. Kita doakan semoga COVID reda dan kita dapat invite Dr. come for face-to-face watch.
Okay.
So, Dr. Azra, back to Dr. Azra.
Tak dengar Dr. Azra
Okay, so thank you very much to Dr. Laili and all the participants. So I would like to conclude our workshop for today. So we hope that you found this sharing valuable for you to develop your own teaching portfolio. Okay, so we hope also that you will be getting some inspirations to conducting your online teaching and learning. Okay, so I would like to share for next week, we have another workshop. This is from Dr. Associate Prof. Dr. Nuka Bibi.
Oh, Nuka Bibi best.
Yes, from University Science Islam Malaysia with the title Transforming the Flipped Learning into Online Teaching. Okay, so with that, on Tuesday, 2nd of March, okay, so still at 10 a.m. via WebEx platform. So thank you very much for your time and participation in this workshop. So thank you. Itu sajalah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, stay safe.
Thank you, Dr. Laili.
Thank you.
Stay safe. Take care. Assalamualaikum.
Salam.